Hey guys, Anthony here with We Back Tesla. And we back Tesla because if Tesla fails, the acceleration to a sustainable future fails, and we can't have that. So please consider subscribing, become a part of the solution. If you make the awesome decision purchasing your Tesla, you can use our link down below, get you free supercharging, but that's enough of that. Whew! Because today I want to kind of talk about the Porsche Taycan, or Taycan, or Taycan. Ben, how do you say it?
Taycan. That's how you say it.
Taycan.
Taycan to Taycan.
I swear he said it like 5 different ways in that video. I'm not just going to talk about that, so please stick with me. I do want to give a quick update. My last video I talked about my health, and I can't thank you guys enough. I got so many positive messages, and it's just overwhelming, just in the comments, privately, and for the past 3 weeks it's just been non-stop, and you guys have been awesome, and I can't thank you guys enough. I'm only going to take a few seconds, so if you don't care about this, but the short of it is I just had my 5th blood test in about as many weeks, and I'm hoping that my levels are back to somewhat normal so that my appointment with the blood and cancer doctor here in a few weeks can just be like a high five, and I hope I never see you again. I'm pretty optimistic that's what's gonna happen, but definitely thank you guys. I'm feeling a lot better right now, and I just appreciate you guys so much. All right, so the Porsche Taycan.
Did I hear you say the Porsche Taycan?
Yeah, is that okay?
Just please tell me you're not one of those Tesla fanboys again.
Well, I like Tesla. I like electric cars, but I do have a Tesla.
Just be careful what you say. You know, tread lightly.
All right, like how should I talk about it?
Just don't compare it.
Like to anything?
Yeah, just don't compare it. Just appreciate it for what it is. An EV.
I understand it's an EV. Okay, but can I like at least say the price?
Go ahead.
All right, so the Porsche Taycan is priced at a base price of $150,000.
Do you have to say it like that?
What? I just said $150,000.
I could hear the tone in your voice. You act like your car is so much better than everybody else's.
Oh, I said it was $150,000.
Just keep going.
Can I talk about the range?
All right, go ahead.
So the range of the Porsche Taycan is 250 miles, which is WLTP, which is very forgiving. It's very generous in its rating. So it's probably more like 225 miles EPA, which is usually a lot closer to real world.
Do you just hate other EVs?
Oh, I don't hate other EVs. I'm just saying $150,000 and 250 miles of range. I haven't even talked about it yet.
You're going against everything about this mission.
Dude, seriously, can I just talk about it? Can we talk about this later, please?
Whatever.
All right, so the Porsche Taycan, dang it. I know I'm going to say that differently like every time. So the Taycan, there's absolutely no denying that this car is beautiful. It has awesome specs. It's me, and I hope you, since you clicked on this video, excited about EVs just in general. But you also can't deny the fact that this car is very light on value density. Let me put it this way. People that are going to buy a Porsche Taycan, that are actually going to purchase one and be on the road driving this thing, are people that love Porsche and have like $200,000 just laying around. And that's not us. That's not me. I doubt that that's a majority of you guys watching this video. Now, there's nothing wrong with a company producing a car like this. It has awesome specs. It looks awesome. It's super expensive. It's something that people can drool over and just be like, look at this thing. It's freaking awesome. But if you're one of the many people like me, who are the majority of people watching this video, I don't think you're going to be buying that car. But I hope that it hypes you up about EVs in general, and it led you to this video or other videos like it. Because people like you and I, people that can only afford a car in the $10,000 to $40,000 range, those are the majority. Those are the people that need to get exposed to EVs and take the jump. The only way they're going to do it is by being inspired by cars like the Porsche Taycan, or the Model S Performance, or the Tesla Roadster, and then like settling down and stumbling across one of these videos of a father of 2 just sitting in his Standard Range Plus, which I think is the starting point for affordable EVs. And I'm going to talk about a whole list of EVs from the sub $10,000 range up to the $40,000 range, which this car pushes. But people like us, like you and me, are the next layer in the foundation of this EV transition. And we can be excited about this Porsche Taycan. And I hope they sell a lot of them. And I hope if those people that are going to buy Porsche anyway, I hope that's the car they choose. But just seeing the Porsche Taycan and all the hype between Elon with the Model S Performance going out to the Nürburgring racetrack, with the Taycan just set the record, and the Model S is going to be trying to beat that. It's a lot of fun and it's interesting. It gets me as excited as Hillary watching those balloons. But here's what I want to talk about. If you clicked on this video because you're super excited about the Taycan, you're excited about EVs in general, here's what I want to say. To me, like 80% of what makes an EV worth the switch from a gas car is not the luxury, it's not the styling, but it has everything to do with the instant torque, the smooth and extremely addictive driving dynamics of an electric powertrain. And this is true in every EV out there. I'm talking about everything from like the $8,000 used Nissan Leafs, the $12,000 used Spark EVs, to what I had before, which was the 2015 Kia Soul EV. That thing only went 0 to 60 in like 10 seconds, but it coined the term rocket ship in my family because the instant torque, no matter the 0 to 60 time, nothing beats that instant torque. And just that smooth response, no transmission, it's something that you have to experience. And it doesn't only exist in the most expensive EVs, the Porsche Taycans, the Model S Performance. You still get that smile-inducing experience. I mean, my previous car before I jumped into EVs was a Dodge Charger, and I loved that car. That was like my dream car as a kid. But as soon as I drove the Soul EV, as crazy as it sounds, I totally forgot about the Dodge Charger, and I never want one again. I don't want any kind of car like that. If it doesn't have an electric drivetrain, I don't want it. It's just, the experience is night and day. So I just want to touch briefly on a list of EVs that I usually tell people that are interested in jumping into this realm, they need to take a look at these. So as far as on the lower end of the spectrum, somewhere between $10,000 and $15,000, you can get a decent commuter car, which is what I did in our 2015 Kia Soul EV. But there's also the Chevy Spark EV, first generation Nissan Leaf, and the Kia Soul EV, all in that $10,000 to $15,000 price range, are worth a look, especially if your commute is like 30 or 40 miles a day or less. Those cars work perfect. And even with the Soul EV, I didn't have to put in some fancy charger in my garage. I literally used the normal 110 charger that I use for my cell phone in the garage. I was able to put like 40 or 50 miles back overnight. Whenever I came home from work, plugged it in, woke up the next morning, had all the charge I needed. I never had an issue with that. And then there's the next level of cars. From $15,000 to $25,000, you can get yourself into a nice Chevy Bolt. We had the opportunity to drive one when we went to Disneyland recently. We rented one, and that thing kicked butt. It wasn't as fun as the Model 3. It was right up there. Still a fun, peppy little car that is worth a look if you're looking at an EV. And you got the next generation Chevy Bolt with the new battery cell chemistry that's going to give you like another 20 miles of range. That's coming out next year, but that's going to be brand new price. Along with the rest of these, like the second generation Leaf, there are some used ones out there from the $25,000 range, maybe up to 30. Also got the Kia Niro, the Kia Soul EV version 2, and those all have a ton of range, and they're in the same ballpark, between $35,000 and $40,000 as the Tesla Model 3. But yeah, and the Kona EV is one that I actually looked into before I bought the Model 3. But that's a good segue into some of the problems with all these other EVs that I'm saying are worth looking at. There's a problem with accessibility. They're not available everywhere. So I live in Colorado, and I couldn't find any dealership that was going to give me a Kona EV or a Niro EV anytime soon. They're only sold in certain states. Maybe overseas they're a little bit more accessible. That's definitely a huge problem. The only options I had here, if I was going to buy locally, was like a Chevy Bolt or a Nissan Leaf or the Tesla. But what I ended up doing was taking a chance with the Kia Soul, and I got it off of Carvana, and they shipped it to my house. And that was a big risk. I didn't have a service center nearby. So that's why, at the end of the day, the car that's number one on my list, as far as EVs that are $40,000 and under, has to be the Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus. That's what I'm sitting in right now. This car has so many things that the other cars just don't have, like continuous software updates, the safety features, the standard autopilot now, and the serviceability of it. And I got a little bit of blowback on one comment I left on a video because I said that serviceability on the Tesla was a benefit. That's a huge misconception because honestly, like the Kia Soul EV I had, I couldn't get serviced here in this state at all. And I've had to have this service twice, and both times were, a breeze. I called Tesla. They gave me a loaner Performance Model S for a couple days when I had a problem with my charge port. And then they gave me my car back, and it was really no issue. And then the second one, was a camera was acting up, and a mobile service tech came out to my work while I was working and fixed it, and it was like nothing had ever happened. That's how it is across all these states. I'm sure it's better in some than in others, but Tesla's coverage is far better, and their accessibility to all their cars is far greater than a lot of these competitors. But I would still, if you're like in California or some of the other states that have more access to, say, the Hyundai Kona or the Kia Soul EV, the new one especially, the Kia Niro, if you have access to those cars and Tesla is just not your thing, those are great cars to consider. But if you have the money for the Porsche Taycan, I guess do it, man. Like, seriously, if that's what you want, by all means, do it. I mean, you can get a Model S Performance for a lot less money, which is... okay, I'm not going to go there. Even a Performance Model 3 is pretty... okay, I'm just not a Tesla fanboy. I kind of am, but, like, all EVs are welcome, but there's definitely a value scale here where Tesla is just at the top of this value scale. A lot of these cars that I've mentioned in this video are right there, right below, and they're perfectly fine options as long as you can get them serviced where you're located and have a charging infrastructure in your area or where you go where you can travel easily in these cars. Of course, you know that the Tesla supercharging network is far superior to anything else that's out there. Hopefully in the next 5-10 years that changes, where it doesn't matter if you have a Tesla or a Chevy or whatever EV you have, you can go anywhere in the country or in whatever country you're in. But as of today, Tesla is top value. There's some definite ones you need to look at. I do want to throw out there, if you guys own any of these other EVs or one that I didn't mention, I'd really want you guys to leave in the comment section your experience just owning those cars, and what you would recommend to anyone who's just scrolling through the comments, going through these videos, mulling in their head if this is the right choice for them, going with an EV. What car should they go with? All your guys' experiences are completely valid, and they're useful to me, they're useful to anyone out there who's looking at EVs. My final thought on the Porsche Taycan, I think you get the idea, is that if you clicked on this video, I hope that you're just as hyped about that car as all the other cars, and I hope you seriously consider the cars in the average consumer's price range and not just think, I need to have a Porsche Taycan to get that performance and that awesome feeling that those EVs seem to have, because even the cheaper EVs, like I've mentioned, will still put a stupid smile on your face. So that's really all I have in this video. If you guys have any questions, please contact me. Email, Twitter, Instagram, comments, anywhere. If you're subscribed, thank you. If you're not, please consider it. And if you drive an EV, seriously thank you. If not, you have to consider it. But I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you guys again. I'll see you guys in the next video.